Hi. We're going to be doing this throughout the night. It's now 8:15, and some of the states have closed, and I have some observations I wanted to share with you. In Indiana, where Romney carried the state with 54% of the vote, with about a quarter of the vote in, Donald Trump is running in the low 60s, which indicates a significant improvement over Romney's vote, and that's important. And in Kentucky, where Romney won it by 60% of the vote, Trump is running at about 65 or 66, with about a third of the vote counted. Now, if those numbers hold up and you see Trump doing significantly better than Romney did in these states, it might indicate a trend, particularly in the industrial heartland area in the northeastern part of the United States, or the Midwest industrial part. On the other hand, Brit Hume on Fox News let slip what the national exit polls are saying. They're not allowed to tell people what the national exit polls say. And those polls, of course, are subject to inaccuracy because they ended earlier in the evening and people have voted since then. And, of course, the exit polling itself is a flawed methodology with all these early and absentee votes that don't exit on Election Day because they've already voted. But he said that in the national exit poll, Hillary had carried women by 14 points and Trump had carried men by 9 points. Well, you put those together and you get about a 2 to 3 point national margin for Hillary, which is disturbing. This raises a larger and kind of interesting question. In the past, it has been almost impossible for a candidate to win the electoral vote and lose the popular vote. Bush did it, but lost the popular vote by only half a point. And it's happened 3 other times, but equally with tiny margins in the popular vote. If in fact Hillary is winning the popular vote by 2 or 3 points and potentially losing the electoral vote, it may reflect that with the increased emphasis on battleground states, their campaigns acquire a slightly different aspect than the rest of the country. And they're no longer just a slice of America. They're a defined area that's subject to a special level of attention. Now, at this point, with half of the vote in, Trump has a 2-point lead in Florida, and that's crucial to look at. And remember that as we're speaking now, the polls in 85% of Florida have closed, but the polls in the Panhandle, which is a solidly Republican area, have not closed yet and won't close for another 20 minutes. So if Florida's a dead heat, I think you can expect it to close more Republican because the later time zone won't start to be counted until after they close in about 20 minutes. We'll be back with more later on. Thanks for watching.